All right, the showcase is over. You just finished up, you showed up to that showcase, now what? Most players just go home and wait for their metrics, wait for responses from college coaches. Now, so what do? Ultimately, the best ones will go out there and follow up with those coaches, lock in mentally, and use that momentum to make a real recruiting push. In this video, I'm gonna share with you the 3 things that high school baseball players should do immediately after attending a showcase. And if you just finished up a showcase and you want immediate next steps on what to do and how to build out that recruiting strategy together, click the link down below in the description to apply to work one-on-one with me. All right, so here are the 3 post-showcase moves that separate you. So number 1, sending a personal follow-up email to those college coaches. And ultimately, a coach might forget your swing. They might forget how you throw, but if you just remind them, it can go a long way. And especially if you add a highlight video that was already created before that showcase, they're gonna remember who you are and maybe even what jersey you were wearing or what number you were, or maybe your body type. And ultimately they're gonna start thinking about who you are and if they could possibly use a player like you in their depth chart. So always within 48 hours after the showcase, write up a short email to every single one of the college coaches that you met and interacted with at the event, because this is going to go a long way, guys. If you just simply wait for them, they're not going to email you and outreach to you unless you're throwing 98 miles an hour as a lefty, or maybe you're a switch hitting catcher who's 6'4" and throws about 94 and has a 1.7 pop time. All right, so these are the things that obviously college coaches are going to drool over and will reach out to you if you have those metrics. But if not, you have to take that initiative. You could always mention something specific that happened at the showcase. If there was a funny moment or anything like that, I would probably not necessarily throw anyone under the bus for any bad moments from their end. But if there was anything that happened, if there was rain at the event, oh my goodness, I'm so thankful we were able to get it in, right, as far as the showcase, because of all the rain that we were getting. That is a very acceptable thing to personalize and customize to those follow-up emails to these college coaches, because that's going to make them realize, hey, I was just at that event too. Wow, this kid's actually doing his research on who I was. He's following up. He's doing his due diligence. He's doing everything. He's crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and he's doing it, right? This is going to show that sense of responsibility of ultimately playing at that next level and showing that mental maturity that I've hit on in previous videos. And by the way, if you want help reviewing your highlight video so that way it is perfect when we send it out to these college coaches, because ultimately we only get one first impression. Let's make it count, guys. Click the link down below in the description to apply to work one-on-one with me. And that leads me into updating your highlight reel now, because guess what? We have newer video to add into that highlight video. Hopefully it's good quality. Now we can add that into our highlight video to make it that much more effective and efficient for these college coaches to view our highlight video. Guys, at the end of the day, all we need them to do is watch the video to move the needle further for us. So ultimately, yes, we need to be including clips, and always our best clips at the very beginning of that highlight video. And by the way, it doesn't need to be 17 minutes long, including game film and the very basic game changer wide angle that everyone's seen, that everyone hates, right? This needs to be an edited video specifically for these college coaches to grab their attention and keep them watching. If they watch 2 seconds of your highlight video and there hasn't been some type of highlight, if it's just a bunch of dead space, guys, these college coaches will click out, because guess what? You guys do the same thing with me. You guys send me your clips all the time. Not only you guys, the players, but you guys, the parents, will send me, videos of your son hitting or whatever it is. And within the first 2 seconds, I am bored. So I clicked out. And that happens all the time. I click out all the time because you guys don't know how to edit your videos properly. So that's something that also within my remote training program, I teach my students to give them that recruiting guidance on what to include in their highlight video, how to order those clips, and how to edit those videos. All right, step number 3, this is where we need to reflect and adjust your plan moving forward. And sometimes the smartest players use that showcase to sharpen their skills. Guys, speaking from experience, my first ever showcase, it was my freshman year of high school. I ran a 9.5 second 60. I never knew what my 60-yard dash was before that event, and I used that showcase to light a fire under me. It made me realize, going to that showcase, seeing the talent down in Miami, Florida, that I was not as good as I thought I was. And sometimes, guys, showcases, that's a great time to realize you're not as good as you thought you were. And I've heard it so many times from parents, from families, hey, we decided to wait to do this showcase or this camp because physically he's not ready. That's the exact same reason why you should be going to these showcases, to make sure that your son realizes how not ready he is. And let's be honest, I wasn't ready my freshman year. I was very below average, and guess what? I still got a D1 scholarship. I still got drafted and played 7 years of professional baseball. So it doesn't matter on, ooh, my metrics aren't ready yet. I hear that all the time from the parents especially, right? Don't wait. That is again, that is the exact reason why you should go to a showcase, to realize exactly what you need to be working on, and then also to get those butterflies out, guys. Going to a showcase is nerve-wracking. I'll never forget those like 7 ground balls that you'll get at a perfect game showcase or a PBR showcase. Typically 2 in front of you, 2 to your right, 2 to your left, and 1 slow roller. Guys, those are the hardest 7 ground balls in my entire life. They're always just like, my heart's pumping. I don't want to make a mistake. After it feels like you just ran a complete marathon. It's 7 ground balls at the end of the day, but I promise you guys, it's so much pressure, it's so much everything, and sometimes your heart rate gets up there for sure. And it's always good to maybe journal, or maybe just simply make a mental note, right? So write down what went well, maybe what didn't, and what you noticed that when you were comparing yourself to other players, you were lacking. And this is probably the most important one, right? So we need to use that info now to shape that game plan moving forward. And what is that plan moving forward? Well, that's exactly where, if you want to work one-on-one with me inside my remote training program, and that's where I focus on the triple play, where on the physical development, the mental development, and the recruiting guidance. So on the physical side, we work with a New York Mets strength coach to write those programs. There's also sprinting programs and mobility modules. There are a bunch of visual learning style. As far as also on the mental development, this is where learning that baseball IQ and teaching you basically college courses on baseball, super valuable, high level stuff. And then of course on the recruiting side, walking through how to edit your highlight video, how to email these college coaches, and how to develop that strategy. If that's something that remotely interests you guys, just click the link down below in the description to apply to work one-on-one with me, and me or my team will reach out for further details.